Hello everybody, welcome to this month's version of the Greens newsletter. Darren's decided to put me in front of the camera for this one because I think we all agreed that his trousers were far too ridiculous for anybody to look at for a prolonged period of time. So I thought I'd have a go and we'll see how this goes. In this newsletter we're going to be talking about some tips that you can use to try and avoid slow play, because there's nothing more frustrating on the course than being held up. A couple of other things like raking the bunkers, which seems to have come up a lot in recent conversations with some of the members, and also repairing pitch marks. There's a lot of pitch marks that aren't being repaired properly on the greens, so we're going to come into that as well. And yeah, that's about it. And hopefully Darren won't make any appearance.
Hi everyone, we're also going to be covering bare patches and how we can help protect the course, and also the proposal to fill the ditch on the 4th and the 8th hole, and of course golf fashion or lack of.
Okay, first we want to talk about a few tips to avoid slow play. There's nothing more frustrating than walking around the course and having some people in front of you holding you up while you're waiting on shots. Has a detrimental effect on your game itself and it ruins the day for everybody. So there's a few quick and easy tips that we're going to go through that people can just employ on their rounds just to try and speed up the round of golf. One of the first things that's really easy to employ is, if you're playing with somebody else, always keep an eye on where the ball's going. If it disappears into the trees, into the ditch, into the bushes somewhere, if you get a line on the ball when it's going, then you can help that person, because they might be brassed off because they've hit a terrible shot, they might be looking at the ground, they might be throwing their clubs into the lake, you don't know. You keep an eye on where the ball's gone, then you can help them find it quicker, and that can make the round move a lot quicker.
Great. Second tip. So what we sometimes see on the golf course are groups of players all following one shot, playing that shot and then moving to the next shot as a group. What you can do is play what's commonly called ready golf, whereby you both walk to your shots at the same time, so when one player's played his shot, the next player is ready to play their shot.
Another problem that we see is people taking an eternity to take a shot. Get on with it, Daz.
Anyway, Matt, I feel like going out for a few
It's the shot, for crying out loud!
No, but should we go out tonight or what?
Let's face it, we all do it. We all hit the ball into the trees or the bushes or the ditch somewhere and you can't find your ball, so you have to spend a bit of time looking for it. If there's people on the tee behind you waiting to take a shot, call them through. I know people don't necessarily like doing it, but by calling people through, that'll speed up the pace of play and that'll get the whole groups moving around a lot quicker around the golf course. Dad, shall I call them through?
No, you found it, I think, hold on. No, oh, maybe not.
No?
Oh, I think I can see something.
Dad's, they're waiting.
Hold on. Is that a ball?
Dad's, they're waiting still.
No, it's not a ball. No, hold on.
Dad, shall I call them through?
Hold on, I think I can see something. No, it's not a ball.
So call them through, Daz.
Let me look at this through. Okay, so the next thing we're going to cover is the importance of raking bunkers and the problems you can encounter if you're faced with something similar to this, where the bunker hasn't been raked. I've hit my shot into the bunker and it's ended up in a footprint. So this is the type of shot that none of us want to be faced with because we've gone into a bunker, because let's face it, bunker shots are tricky enough anyway. not a happy bunny. If that was not in a footprint, I would have got out first time. Like that. So, what should we all be doing on the course? We should all be paying attention to raking the bunkers. Now, in a bunker, you want most of the sand to be sitting in this bottom area, and the banks of the bunker should have less sand in. So we don't want to be raking lots of sand up the bank of the bunker. The bank should have minimal sand to encourage the ball to roll down to the flat bottom part of the bunker. Whilst doing this, if you do see other footprints that people have missed, rake those as well. Always try and be conscientious of the golfers coming up behind you. You may notice here at the third, the short par 3 at Hagley, to the right hand side, we now have this white sheet covering some of the GUR. The purpose of this is to help the ground recover more quickly, because despite our previous efforts, and it's been tried for many months now, the ground just isn't repairing. So this is something new that's being tried to get that ground back into play as soon as possible.
One of the recent proposals that has been put forward by the Greens Committee and has been approved is the filling of the ditch in front of the tee on the 4th and continuing over across onto the 8th. The reason for this is because there was a lot of water sitting basically in the bottom of the ditch, and it was just standing water. It wasn't going anywhere, and it was becoming stagnant, promoting algae growth and various stuff that you don't really particularly want to play out of. So what's occurred at the moment is, as you can see, all the drainage work's been done at the bottom of the ditch, and eventually the whole ditch will be filled up, so this won't exist anymore. So all of you players who enjoyed topping your ball into the ditch and taking a penalty shot out, unfortunately that's not going to be available to you.
This is what you call dedicated to the cause. Both myself and Matt Greaves recording in the rain. As Matt mentioned, we're going to be filling in the ditch crossing the 8th fairway, but that would make the hole a little bit too easy. So currently in front of the Greens Committee, we're discussing the proposals for adding some additional hazards. This will be in the form of 1, maybe 2 new bunkers. We're planning a meeting on the 24th of May, and this is the opportunity for everyone in the Greens Committee to put forward their proposals for bunker positioning. So that may be 1, 2 bunkers or 1 large bunker, and we'll debate the merits of each of those suggestions and then hopefully come up with a decision and a suggestion that we can put forward to the owners of Hagley Golf Club, and then we'll plan the work for the near future.
Okay, right, I'm going to make this one quick for obvious reasons. Here we are just on the left hand side of the 4th green on the walkthrough from the green to the 5th tee. As you can see, the ground's pretty bare in places, and this is because people aren't following the path round and they're cutting the corner through next to the bench and taking the trolleys this way. As we're approaching the summer, the ground's going to get a lot firmer and it's going to wear a lot quicker. So if you would be kind enough to actually follow the path round, and then that can protect these areas of grass, they'll grow up and it'll make the golf course a bit of a nicer place.
A common occurrence at most golf clubs is pitch marks on greens. Now, you see this at many golf clubs where sometimes people forget, sometimes they don't repair them effectively. So I'm just going to show you very quickly how to effectively repair a pitch mark using a pitch mark repair tool. So the best way to repair a pitch mark is to put the pitch mark repair into the sides, and then pushing the ground towards the middle, we can both fill the hole and repair the pitch mark on the green. So as you can see, with the pitch mark repaired, we're actually providing a much fairer playing surface for your fellow competitors, fellow golfers who are going to be playing up behind you. If we can all take a little bit more care and attention to repair pitch marks, and even if it's not your own pitch mark, if you see one on the green, take a few seconds out to repair that pitch mark, and it'll help keep Hagley Golf and Country Club in a much better condition for everyone. Thank you.
Okay, just to finish off, we've got a few notable scores from the month. Firstly, the monthly medal, which was played on the 7th, was won overall by Russell Savage, who also won Division 1. Division 2 was won by Alan Pugh, and Division 3, Alan Robinson. The junior medal and round 2 of the Summer Merit Cup was won by Hugh Adams with an 81, net 72, winner in the lowest gross. So fair play, Hugh. The seniors on the 5th of May played a 9-hole Stableford comp, which was won by Clive Bayliss, and an 18-hole comp on the same day, which was won by William Taylor. And also on the 10th of May, the ladies played the Roy Savin Cup, which was won by Carol Hall with 35 points, so well done, Carol. Another notable score is obviously on the 14th of May, the Amman was played, and that was won by a mainly Hagley made of team, consisting of Rodney David and Alex Coley with a huge 108 points. So well done, fellas.
And let's not forget that a fellow Hagley team, myself included, Ryan Billingham, Richard England and Alex Rogers, won the Shagadelic Open, which was played at the Oxfordshire course just over a week ago. And part of our prizes, we get to meet John Daly.
Okay.
Yeah, how have you done?
I'm done.
Okay. And finally, to finish off, some recent news about the work that's up and coming from a greens perspective. We have terra raking, which has been done recently. The soil and seed bottles have now been put out on the course, so I encourage you all to use those. We've redefined the outer bounds, so there's been some weed killer put down around the edge of the course, around some of the ponds to give extra definition to the outer bounds. The bunkers are continually being topped up, and we also have top dressing for the greens plan.
So basically that brings us to a close. Everybody, thank you for watching. If you've got any feedback, good or bad, we'll take it all. If you've got any ideas for future videos, please let us know. We're happy to take on anything that you guys want to include. Please contact Darren on his email or myself, which I will hopefully make appear on the bottom of the screen now. Other than that, I think we're pretty much wrapped up, aren't we?
Yeah, but if anyone would like to take part in any of these videos, again, feel free to contact us and you could be included and maybe become a star.
You don't have to wear the trousers.
But I encourage it.